And welcome back. It was a special night at the Birdcage as Pat Mahomes, no, I'm not talking about the NFL MVP, but his dad was a former Canaries pitcher, and Canaries wanted to celebrate him in a special way.
2, 1, there it is.
Mahomes got his jersey retired by the team, so he will forever be a part of the Birdcage. He played for the Canaries off and on from 2007 to 2009, and through those years, the Birds say he was known as their ace pitcher. He helped the team to a championship in 2008, and although he did play in the minors, he says Sioux Falls always holds a special place in his heart.
I had some really great times here, and to come back and get to see some of the old guys. I mean, see my old pitching coach and my old teammate, Ben Moore. It's kind of surreal, being back here because I love my days playing here.
Mahomes threw out the first pitch. It was time for the Canaries to try to end their 8-game losing streak, and they would actually look good in the first as they get out to the second base, but they would go on to lose this game 8-2. And we go to DSU Baseball Association Legion Classic is going on this weekend. A matchup is Del Rapids squaring off against Taconite. They made the 450-mile trip, and they would be up 3-1 after the third after an error by Del Rapids. But then Del Rapids would respond, and that's Jake Rechtenbaugh with the hit to the outfield defender. He can't hold on, and we're all tied at 3 after 3. And Del Rapids, they would keep swinging in the fourth. Eddie Price connects on a pitch. He brings in 2 runs, and just like that, Del Rapids leads 5-3. A couple of batters later, Brandon Garrett shoots one through the infield, and 2 runners score for Del Rapids. Taconite would try to score on their own and try to get a little bit of momentum, but they were shut down by Logan Stone. No more runs would come in, and Del Rapids gets the win 8-3, and they will play Fargo at 2:15 tomorrow. And the Twins start their 3-game series with the White Sox tonight, and right away in the bottom of the first, James McMahon hits a 2-run bomb, and the White Sox had the lead 2-0 after 1. But it always seems like the Twins, they give up a home run and then they get one, because Miguel Sano hits one, and that is a 2-run homer of his own, and we are tied up at 2-2 at the end of the second. And then the White Sox, Jose Abreu, he gets it right past the Twins defenders, and that brings in a run for the White Sox, and they would take the lead 4-2, and they would go on to win this game 6-4, and the Twins dropped the first game of this series, but hey, they get another chance to go again tomorrow at 3:12. And a former Jackrabbit is doing work in the CFL. Jake Weineke gets his first touchdown of his CFL career for Montreal, and that would be the only touchdown of the game for Montreal. And while at SDSU, Weineke went over 1,300 receiving yards 3 times and had 59 touchdown receptions in his career. And from one Jackrabbit to another, SDSU superstar Macy Miller will continue her basketball journey overseas as the guard has inked a deal to play in Spain. Miller will play for the Boxy Ferro squad, which competes in the 2nd division of the Spanish Professional League, and the 2-time Summit League Player of the Year was drafted by the Seattle Storm, and she would only play a month with the team before being released and returning back to South Dakota. And when she was released, her former coach never lost faith that she would land on her feet.
Great to see her get drafted. I think that's such a memorable experience by herself. Got to play and compete with some of the very best players in the world, not just in the WNBA, but in the world with the Storm while she was in training camp. And although it didn't work out, it's really just the beginning of her professional basketball career.
And the Jackrabbits' all-time leading scorer will start playing in Spain starting on September 1st.